Welcome to the Rocky Mountain Association for College Admission Counseling's virtual college fair. Thank you very much for joining us today. Before we get started with our presentations, just a few quick housekeeping items to go over. The first is that attendees are welcome and certainly encouraged to ask any questions they may have to any of the panelists at any time utilizing the Q&A feature. You can pose your question to a specific panelist, or you can ask a general question to any and all of the panelists. Also, just a reminder that your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists will not be able to see or hear you. And there is another block of sessions this evening, as well as sessions next week. So if you haven't yet signed up for those, please do so. And about 1 week from today, a recording of this session will be available on that same registration website. So without further ado, I'd like to go ahead and turn it over to our panelists. And up first, we'll have Central New Mexico Community College.
Thank you. My name is Brenda Mendez de Andrade, and I am a recruitment manager at Central New Mexico Community College. So a little bit about CNM. So CNM is the largest community college in New Mexico. So we serve over 22,000 students, and we have over 100 associates, degrees and certificates. We have 9 locations across Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. And our average class size is about 20 students. So if you are looking for small classes, take into consideration CNM. And then another thing to take into consideration is that upon graduation, 95% of our students find jobs in their chosen field. We have 6 academic schools, and we have a new 100% CNM online college. We also have CNM Ingenuity, and I'll talk about them here briefly. So with our School of Adult and General Education, we have a program such as developmental courses with math, integrated reading and writing, and English for speakers of other languages. We also have the School of Applied Technology, so where we have programs such as aviation, maintenance technology, we have truck driving and welding. In our School of Business and Information Technology, we have programs such as accounting, computer science, culinary arts, and hospitality and tourism. Our School of Communication, Humanities, and Social Sciences has criminology, fine arts, modern language, and just remember that these are only few of the programs that we have in each school. As I mentioned, we have over 100 programs. Under our School of Health, Wellness, and Public Safety, we have cosmetology, fire science, nursing, amongst others. In our School of Math, Science, and Engineering, we have biology, chemistry, engineering. This program is only designed to be transferred into a 4-year institution. Then we also have CNM Online College. CNM Online College offers several associates. With these associates, you're going to have all the classes guaranteed to be online. You're going to have a flat fee, and those programs are liberal arts, business communication, criminology, and then an associate of applied science in business administration. We also have 2 certificates, one in digital media marketing and one in digital marketing strategies. So how much does it cost to go to CNM? So if you are a full-time student, it's going to be $672. If you are a part-time student, you'll be paying per credit $56. Now, what about paying for college? So we have several scholarships that we offer. We have something that it's My Scholarship application, where within the foundation, you can see the different scholarships that you may qualify. We also have New Mexico Lottery and Bridge to Success Scholarship, which will cover that semester. If you are eligible for New Mexico Lottery, it will cover that first semester of your college. So fall semester, and then your New Mexico Lottery would kick in. You can also apply for a federal financial aid, and if eligible, you can obtain Pell Grants, work study, and student loans. And we also have federal CARES funding available for most students for the summer and fall of 2021. We have many other resources as well on campus, such as the ACE Tutoring Center, navigators and academic coaches, and student activities and organizations. If you have taken dual credit with us, you have taken advantage of how easy it is to transition from high school over to college. So becoming a student at CNM, it's easy. You apply, you'll get your CNM ID, and from there, your process will start rolling to get into CNM. Here's my information. If you have more questions, you can contact me at 505-224-4719.
Thank you very much, CNM. Up next, we will have the University of New Mexico.
Awesome. All right. All right, so my name is Versam, one of the recruiters here at UNM. And I always like to start by saying or telling students why choose UNM. If you guys are looking for adventure, innovation, out-of-the-box type of thinking, and most importantly, a place where you guys can truly be yourselves, then UNM is just where you're looking for. UNM is located in beautiful Albuquerque, New Mexico, and here you can do so many things outdoors. You can go skiing, hiking, biking, water rafting up in Santa Fe, which is another great aspect about living here in the area. You can go pretty much anywhere outside of Albuquerque and find yourself in a completely different place within a very short distance of time. If you're not much of an outdoorsy person, don't worry, we also have something for you. In our downtown area, you're gonna find a great nightlife with great local restaurants and great local cuisine. We also have a bunch of concerts throughout the year, and we have about 100 art galleries and plus. And we also have a lot of events throughout the year, such as balloon fiestas, you can see from this picture. Not too convinced on Albuquerque? Don't worry, just ask Hollywood. That's right, Hollywood. Here in New Mexico, we film quite a bit of movies. There's been Avengers, Transformers, Breaking Bad, and the list goes on. Speaking of movies, UNM does offer a great filming program. Right next to our filming studio is Netflix. So a lot of our students have already started doing internship opportunities with them. And then a couple others who graduated have already started working with them full time. But filming is not the only program that we offer here at UNM. We do have over 200 degree programs. We offer anything business, law, architecture, medicine, and the list just goes on. UNM is also Tier 1 Research University, meaning that we like to do a lot of research here on campus. But what I love about our research is that we're not just kind of writing down papers and submitting them, but we actually want to create an impact on the world. For example, we're currently working on a vaccination that will help prevent or reverse Alzheimer's disease. To me, that really goes to show you the type of impact we want to create, and all of you guys can be a part of that type of research. All you have to do is go through a research match program, you create a profile, and then we'll match you to any potential research that is currently going on campus. But here at UNM, we don't want you just to learn from us, we actually want you to go out there and explore the world. We are partnered with 150 institutions all over the world. That means you can go study and you can think of Spain, China, Italy, you name it. The best part would be that you would be paying an tuition, and you can also take any scholarships or financial with you as you go study abroad. You might think that might be a little bit too far for you. Don't worry, we're also partnered with 160 institutions here in the US. So that means you guys could go somewhere like New York, LA, Miami, even Hawaii for a semester too, and then come back and tell us all about it. So it's like getting to universities for the price of one. So go out there, go meet your chicos and chicas, and then come back and tell us all about those wonderful experiences you guys had. But at UNM, it's not just about studying. We actually also want you to have some fun on campus. And one way in which you guys can do that is through our student clubs and organizations. We do have a little bit over 300 of them. We have everything ranging from political all the way to religious organizations. We also offer your traditional sororities and fraternities. We also have a bunch of concerts throughout the year, karaoke nights on campus, pool tables, movies at the lawn. And if you guys really want to get ready, you definitely want to attend one of our athletic events. We are Division I, and as students, you all get the great benefit of having all the athletic events be free of charge. So make sure you guys, once you guys start at UNM, you guys do come out and support all our teams. So looking a little bit more at the cost of attendance for non-residents, you guys are looking about $24,000 a year. Room and board, this number can fluctuate depending on where you're thinking about living on campus. And also, of course, depending if, where you're also thinking about purchasing your books and supplies. So this number can also fluctuate for you guys. Transportation, if you don't have a car, you're not planning to bring your car to campus, this number might not necessarily apply to you guys. And then miscellaneous, this is any personal expenses like shampoo, deodorant, anything like that. So again, that can vary per student. The great news is that we do offer great scholarships that can help you guys reduce those costs of attendance. So for non-residents, you have the Regent Scholarship, which is what we like to call a full rate scholarship. It gives you about $19,000 per year. It would cover your whole tuition, fees, and housing. You do have to submit an application for the Regent, so make sure you do submit that separate application. We also have the Amigos Scholarship. There's no application for this one, just as long as you meet the eligibility criteria and you get admitted to UNM before the scholarship deadline, you will be considered for that this scholarship. And the scholarship also does give you a $200 stipend per academic year. With the WE and the Louis Plus and the WE, these don't require an application. As long as you guys meet the eligibility criteria and you get admitted to UNM, we'll go ahead and consider you for those scholarships. The WE and the Louis is the same thing, except the WE covers certain states and then the Louis covers the other states. This one is also a tuition waiver. And then the WE and the Louis, this is a deduction. So instead of paying as a out-of-state resident, you will be paying 1.5 times in-state tuition rate, which usually comes out about half of what you would be paying as an out-of-state resident. Another good way to save up our money is through the Level Internship Initiative. Through this initiative, we're allowing our students to have their last semester free of tuition and be able to graduate from UNM in 4 years. So again, graduate from UNM in 4 years, that last semester is completely free. This can definitely save you quite a bit of money and quite a bit of time. So how can you apply into UNM? We have our application online and it's at apply.unm.edu. Normally it's $25 to apply. However, if you select the mailing payment option and then send me an email, I'd be happy to waive your application fee for you. This year we did go test optional for ACT and SAT test scores, so we didn't require them for admissions or scholarship purposes. And we're hoping to continue to move on test optional for the upcoming years. But at this time, nothing has been set in stone. We also do need a copy of your high school transcript. If you have done any dual credit, make sure you do send us a copy of that college transcript. And you can send a copy of your test score, high school transcript, and your college transcript via parchment to apply@unm.edu. This is my contact information right here. You're welcome to send me an email or give me a call with any questions or any concerns. I do speak Spanish, so if you feel more comfortable speaking in Espanol, I'd be happy to help you guys out. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, University of New Mexico. Our next presenter this evening comes from St. John's College.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for coming today. My name is Dwayne Opaisa. I am Assistant Director of Admissions at St. John's College in Santa Fe, New Mexico. We also have a campus in Annapolis, Maryland, but I am based out of Santa Fe. So important things to know about St. John's. We are probably different from most other colleges in the country and definitely the other colleges here today in that we only have one major and it follows our Great Books program. So in this program, you're going to be reading original sources and primary texts. So you won't have textbooks. Outside of maybe your ancient Greek and French classes, you're going to be reading those books that are kind of the original ideas themselves. All of our classes are discussion based. So, and our average class size is right around 12. You're not going to have more than 15 or 20 students in your class in most cases. And our student faculty ratio is 7:1. So lots of great close discussions and conversations in your educational experience. In the program, you also will study 4 years of math, 3 years of science, 4 years of language, 2 years of music, and 4 years of humanities. Within the math classes, it's a little different than what you may have experienced so far. It's not going to involve rote memorization or just kind of using formulas because you're told to. Instead, our students are working to build that knowledge from original text. So I sat in on a freshman math class this year and was able to watch them walk through Euclidean geometry proofs. So they actually were reading Euclid and walking through the actual functions and making sure that everyone in the class had an understanding of the concept. So it's a very collaborative learning environment here at St. John's. As I mentioned, we do have 2 campuses. Our first campus was founded in 1696, the 3rd oldest college campus in the country in Annapolis, Maryland. So we have been around for a long time in Maryland, right in the capital there. Here we're on the Chesapeake Bay, and so sailing and crew are definitely some popular things to do. We also have a croquet match, which is a very great tradition between us and the Naval Academy across the way. We're right next door to the Naval Academy, and so every year we have a big croquet match, everyone dressed to the nines, and it becomes a whole regional event more than just our two schools. And then we also are located in Santa Fe, New Mexico. This campus was opened in 1964 and is just outside town, up in the hills near the Atalaya mountain trail. So we are able to, there's a lot of outdoorsy activities, several trailheads that start from our campus, hiking, climbing, skiing. Those are all very common things that our students will get out and do on the weekends, after school. We also do have a great artsy scene here in Santa Fe, one of the largest art markets in the world. So great opportunities to get involved in that way. So a couple other things about St. John's in our program. As I mentioned, we don't have majors. So all of our students are studying the same work. They will kind of progress through 3,000 years of human history, reading over 200 books, and really kind of walking chronologically through that conversation of Western humanities. So we are a very small school. Each campus has about 400 students. So it's a great living and learning community, very tight-knit community for students to be together and grow collaboratively through this journey for truth. So some outcomes for our students, we do see students often going into education and library sciences, a very common field for students right out of school. But we also do see a lot of students going into law, STEM fields, healthcare. And so there's a lot of different opportunities that students are able to take advantage of. We really want to make sure that students are getting a well-rounded understanding of the world around them and being able to build a toolkit so that they're able to translate the experience that they have at St. John's to the working world outside. So at St. John's, we have a new financial model. So we reduced our tuition to $35,000 and have kept it at that level for the last several years. So this is something that we're very proud of. It brings our total cost of attendance down to about $50,000 if you include room and board, books, and all those other sorts of expenses. And about 60 to 70% of our students will receive some form of financial aid. We do offer merit-based aid and need-based aid for students. And for domestic students, you only need to fill out the FAFSA. If you are a New Mexico resident and graduating from a high school in New Mexico, we also do have a $10,000 New Mexico grant for students who choose to attend our Santa Fe campus. So here are some things that other people are saying about us. Forbes calls us the most rigorous college in America. Princeton Review has ranked our professors and the classroom experience both as 5th best in America. And US News ranks our undergraduate education as 5th best and our students 7th for studying the hardest. So a lot of great things that others are saying about us. If you do have any questions, you can feel free to reach out to me. Again, my name is Dwayne Opaisa. I work with students in Southern California, Arizona, Utah, Nevada, and then New Mexico and Colorado are work with 2 of my colleagues, and I'll make sure all of our contact information is in the chat. But thank you all so much.
Thank you very much, St. John's College. Now we're going to move into the second half of our presentations, and up next is New Mexico Tech.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us this evening. My name is Hillary Panetta. I am the Associate Director of Admission for New Mexico Tech. At New Mexico Tech, we're definitely proud of our rankings. We're ranked number 4 for Best Hispanic Serving University in America. We're always in the top 1% nationally for our physics and engineering programs, and the top 1% for Best Value for our engineering programs as well. For more accolades and rankings, you can definitely check those out on our website if you're interested. Some history and facts about New Mexico Tech. We were founded in 1889 as New Mexico School of Mines. We changed our name in 1951 to New Mexico Institute of Mining and Technology. That is still our official name today, but we go by New Mexico Tech for short. We've been around a very long time. We offer bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees in science and engineering. Fun fact, 98% of our full-time faculty have their PhDs, so they're really well educated and know what they're teaching you. All of our classes are taught by a professor as well. And then we are located in Socorro, which is right in the middle of the state of New Mexico. And we're only an hour drive if you're looking for that big city life. High school GPA, we require a 2.5 GPA, a 21 on the ACT, or a 1070 on the SAT. If you are a senior this year, we are test optional, so we were not requiring the test scores. We also honor dual credit, AP credit, and IB credit. So if you're taking advantage of any of those, you can ask me what directly transfers over to New Mexico Tech, and I can definitely help you out with that. And then we are a small university, a little under 1,700 students, undergraduates a little over 1,200. Student faculty ratio is 12:1, so you really get to know your peers in your department really well as our faculty will know you on a first name basis. Average class size is 25 students. Our largest class is 60 students, and that is freshman chemistry. Our smallest class would be an independent study with the professor, so working on some type of research. We are a hands-on university, so you can get a jump start into research as early as your freshman year, as long as you are proactive. And our average lab class size is 12 students. Here are all of our engineering programs. We're well known for our engineering. We are a very hands-on university, so you won't be confined to your normal lecture hall classroom. Also, they do compete in a lot of engineering design team competitions, as well as you will have a junior and senior design project associated with whatever department you are in. Our biggest departments on campus right now are mechanical engineering, computer science engineering, and electrical engineering. We also have accelerated programs for a few of our departments, so you can get a 5-year bachelor's and master's degree. Here's our College of Arts and Sciences. You can study all your basic sciences. You can study anything from environmental all the way to medical. We do have professional programs for pre-med, pre-vet, and pre-pharmacy. We're also known really well for our physics. We're ranked #1 in the country, and we're actually only one of 5 universities in the entire country that offers astrophysics and atmospheric physics. We also have accelerated programs for a few of our departments as well. And so here is an important part, tuition and fees. So you can see the New Mexico resident as well as non-resident fees. We also have scholarships for our students to receive in-state tuition, as well as we are part of the WUI. So that would cut out-of-state tuition in half. We also have first-time freshman scholarships. They're all merit-based, so according to GPA and test scores. This year we were test optional, so we only required your official transcript. Those do stack on top of our out-of-state scholarships. So a lot of our students will graduate with 0 to little debt, even if you are an out-of-state student. So just the way we stack our scholarships, any financial aid, any external scholarships will also stack as well. And then we are hosting on-campus tours. So if you're interested, please come and visit us. We also have virtual options as well. We do an information session at least once a month. And then we also have one-on-one visits. So if you need to get any of your questions answered, definitely reach out to me or our department, and we would gladly help you. Also, if you are a junior, our application is open, so you can apply to New Mexico Tech now as a junior to get a jump start on that. And then if you are a senior, you can still apply as well. And I will throw my contact information in the chat if you do have any questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, New Mexico Tech. Up next, we have New Mexico Highlands University.
Hi, everybody. My name is Kendall Jordan. I'm an admissions counselor here at Highlands. I do have my coworker online as well. He's going to flip through the slides for me too, because I wasn't able to get them uploaded. So just as we're beginning. So we want to welcome everyone to Highlands University. We're grateful to be here. So we always like to start off with students, sharing names, getting to know one another. That way they're more comfortable within this setting. So I know that there's mostly counselors here, so we won't go into that too much, but just about that. So David Lucero is also one of our admissions counselors here too. And he's in charge of most of the South region as well. So fun facts about Highlands, we always like to give students fun facts about it. So in 1893, we actually started off as just a normal school specializing in education and really only offering education classes. And then in 1941 is when we were rebranded. And now in 2020, New Mexico's Highlands serves more than about 3,000 students, and we have over 35 bachelor degrees and over 25 graduate degrees as well. And a fun fact too is Ben Ray Lujan was graduated from here, and hard taco was also invented by one of our students. So those are just some fun facts to get familiar with Highlands as well. So just around the city as well, we have a lot of the filming industry, which we really like to sell to students, as it just brings in for especially media art people, how popular our town is within the filming industry, so that students can get involved in that kind of aspect too. So it was cool that in Longmire, the TV show, if you guys are familiar with it, our president's office was used in it. And then people like Billy the Kid and Doc Watson were also regular visitors to here as well. So that kind of gives our city some history there as well. So these are just some of the schools and colleges here that we are able to offer here. This is mainly on looking at the Las Vegas campus. So you can see the College of Arts and Sciences, and the schools are listed there, the degrees that we offer. And then we also have a business school, an educational school, and then a social work school too that specialize in those degrees within itself. So we also like to talk about life outside of Highlands, because I don't believe any student just wants to, be just all into their books. Some do, but we definitely like to talk about what we can offer outside of the classroom. So we do always put on events to get students involved within our community, within their college community and around. So we've done lots of fun things, such as we've had Ice Cube, we've had Josh Turner, we've had Cheech and Chong. So those are just concerts, and that's included in the tuition fee that they pay for. So it is a $75 cover fee, but that pays for all the events that we hold here at Highlands, so students are able to get out and have fun as well within the community. So is Highlands the right place for you? We definitely go off of family. We have a 13:1 ratio within our student to professor population. We are a relatively smaller university. So we do have smaller class sizes, which I personally really like. I am an alumni from here as well. So I definitely enjoyed that aspect, and that was what was right for me, is having a small class sizes and just having a smaller university within being able to get to know each other really well. And we definitely strive on that one-on-one attention with students, really offering them the best support that we can offer them, from financial aid to the dorm to being comfortable here, especially for out-of-state students, for people who come from out of town. And we definitely like to thrive on the family aspect here as well at Highlands. So we are #1 in our social mobility. We do like to have student satisfaction. That is why we are universities, to serve our students. We do have a great career services. Almost all of our graduates do leave with a job already lined up from what they have gotten through career services and internships that we are able to offer. And we are one of the top universities within the state and in the country for lowest tuition. So again, just talking about family, that's really what we thrive for here at Highlands, and just getting to know one-on-one, letting every student know that they deserve a career, they deserve an education, being there, supporting them, helping their dreams and their future come true. And we always say that the tradition does start with them. So we definitely like to talk about affordability. So like I had mentioned earlier, we are one of the most affordable colleges within the United States, as well as New Mexico in itself. Most students don't leave here without any debt. We have a great program within financial aid. We offer a ton of scholarships and a ton of awards to students here as well. So this is just kind of what the costs look like for people in state and out of state for a 12 to 18 hour credit, which would be a full-time student. So you're looking at that 7,500, which in average would turn out to that 21,000. And that would be for a four-year average university is what the difference would be in there.
Yeah, so the first slide, everybody, that was for in-state tuition, and then the second slide is for out-of-state.
So right now, due to COVID-2, we are offering, our application is free. There is no costs at all. So you guys could just go to the website and it's a fairly easy process as well. And then once you are able to apply, then we'll reach out to you guys and get some transcripts. And then that'll help you get to the admission side and get some classes. So I don't know if anyone has any questions or comments. I will go ahead and leave my information in the chat box as well as David. So that way, if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, you guys are able to reach out. And I thank you guys so much for letting me be here.
Thank you very much, Highlands. And our final presenter this evening comes from Western New Mexico University.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. And first of all, I want to say welcome everybody. Hopefully everybody has had a very good day. My name is Luis Figueroa and I'm representing Western New Mexico University. Let me go ahead and share my screen with you guys here. So first things first is, where is Western New Mexico University? We're located right down here in Silver City, New Mexico, which is centralized right between Tucson and Las Cruces and El Paso. It's an ideal location for those who are looking to get a different experience, get away from the big city life, and take an adventure with us here near the Gila National Forest. The other thing about Western New Mexico University is that we're a very beautiful campus. We're located, like I said, in Silver City. Silver City itself was founded as a mining town, but over the years, it has evolved and it has become one of the top tourist spots in New Mexico. In fact, we have a lot of different events going on in town, which I'll talk about in a moment. But first, you should know that Western New Mexico University was established back in 1893. We were established as a teacher's college. And so for those of you who are looking to go into education or looking to go into those kinds of fields, you're going to be at a university that was founded in that area. Of course, over the years, we have evolved to more than 70 different programs of study, including our arts, criminal justice, zoology. And zoology is actually one of those programs where you're not going to find anywhere else, especially here in our Southwest region. We're the only ones in New Mexico that has a zoology program here. We're also the only ones that has a forestry and wildlife law enforcement program that directly prepares you to be a game warden in the state. We also have everything from certificate all the way to the master's level. So whether you're planning to go for a 2-year degree, a bachelor's, or just get your CNA and then take off to the workforce, you have that opportunity there. Also, while you're here at WNMU, you're gonna be working closely with our faculty. With an 18-to-1 student to faculty ratio, you really do get that personalized attention with your instructors. We also have opportunities for you to not only study abroad, but also study within. We have internship opportunities for students. We have opportunities for you to be involved in state, local, and national research. Now, we're not a tier 1 research institution. I'll be honest with you, we're not. But that doesn't mean that our students are not involved in these opportunities. In fact, we pay our students, we give them a stipend for them to be involved in these research opportunities, getting them connected to other resources, and also networking with other colleges, especially for those of you who want to go into graduate school. The other thing too is that we know you're a real person. I can tell, I can hear you guys breathing. Maybe not all of you, but here with our student support services, we understand that you're a real person. And so that's why we offer services not only on the academic side of things, but also on the person side of things. We have our food pantry, which helps combat food insecurities for our college students, our faculty and staff in our community. We also have technology resources, and we have health services. All of this is already included in your tuition, so there's no additional out-of-pocket fees for you. Additionally, when you live on campus with us, one of the most exciting things about going to college is actually living on campus. Here, living on campus, you get to have your own private bedroom. You're not sharing a bunk bed, you're not sleeping in a room with 2 beds, you get your own personal room. There is a living space area you get to share with 4 other roommates, but at the end of the day, you can enjoy your own privacy. Of course, work hard, play hard, right? So you work hard in school, but you got to play hard as well. Student life offers that opportunity for you. We have over 130 different activities for our students every semester. There's an app that you can download to keep track of all the events every single day. We have over 30 different clubs and organizations, including our MECHA program, including our Black Student Union, a Native American club, our Delta Mu Delta, and other organizations that you can be a part of. If you don't find a club that you fit in, start your own club. We'll give you money to start up your own program. And of course, we also have giant marshmallows out here. We have a full outdoor program where you can go out hiking, camping, horseback riding, fly fishing. You can do all of those things. If you've never done it, this is a great opportunity. If you have, you could be a leader in our search and rescue program where you can get certified in outdoor search and rescue. Of course, if you're not that adventurous type, we also do have opportunities here within the campus where you can still hang out, chillax, and stay closer to the university itself. Like I mentioned, Silver City itself is a very beautiful town. It's very touristic. It has the Gila National Forest right there in your backyard. So take advantage of being able to get some fresh air and get that pine smell right after a fresh rain. Whew, I can close my eyes and just see it. Very, very beautiful experience. We also do have sports. We are the NCAA Division II Lone Star Conference for student athletes. This is a great opportunity for you to balance out your education along with your athletics. I was the captain of the cross country team here, and I can tell you it's definitely worth it. And I was able to balance out everything as far as my academics goes. Our tuition is very affordable. We're one of the most affordable ones in the region, but we know that it can still be expensive for some students. We offer very generous scholarship packages for our students that can be stacked on top of each other. Let me know if you have any questions about our scholarships, because there's definitely a lot of details in there, but I don't want to bore you with the details. I can tell you, starting off at a 3.0 GPA, there's going to be a scholarship there for you. Of course, how to apply. Like everyone else, the very first step will be to submit your application for admissions. From there, we're going to walk you through the rest of these processes, so don't even worry about the rest here. There is no minimum GPA or ACT because we don't believe in those things. We're an open access institution, so that means as soon as you apply, you can get accepted, and then we'll walk you through the next steps. Lastly, I want to leave you guys with my information here. Go ahead and reach out to me. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'm happy to talk to you more about WNMU. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Western New Mexico. Thank you to all of our panelists for your great presentations. We do have time remaining, so perhaps we can do a round or two of questions here ourselves. So if I could ask all of our panelists to turn their videos back on. And the first question I would pose to you is, what's one thing you did not have time to include in your presentation that you'd like to address now? Whether that's your favorite event or tradition on campus, a fun fact about your school, etc. So why don't we go in that same order, and we'll start with Central New Mexico Community College.
Hi, sorry, my Zoom is crashing. So one thing that I want to mention is, if you want to learn more, I can tell you everything that we have at CNM, but what better way is from you to hear it from students. So I invite you to go to www.cnm.edu, thinking about CNM, and you're gonna find a video from students telling you everything about their experience at CNM. Right there, you can actually chat with any of the recruiters. You can see a little bit of our story as well and connect with us. We are in a live chat, so I invite you, and like I said, check out what the students are talking about us.
Great, thank you. University of New Mexico.
Yeah, so one thing I definitely didn't get to mention to you guys is all our different programs, so in more detail about them. So I wish I could have had a little bit more time to give you guys more information about the programs. We do have quite a bit of them, like I said, over 200 of them, and we are the only school within the state to offer a degree in law, medicine, pharmacy, and architecture. And then, of course, their student life, I also didn't get to go that more into detail. So if you guys do want to have more information on that, please feel free to reach out, and we'd be happy to also help you guys set up a campus tour.
Thank you. St. John's?
Yeah, so I think something I wanted to share was that we have a summer academy. It's a classics program for students 15 to 17. So if you're a rising sophomore through senior, we're happy to have you. This program is offered, it's a week-long program on campus, either in Santa Fe or Annapolis, and it gives, you're able to work with our tutors, what we call our professors, and gives you kind of an experience of what St. John's is like and what it's like to be at a small liberal arts college like this. So if you're interested, we definitely encourage you to apply for that.
Thank you. New Mexico Tech.
So I talked a little bit about research at New Mexico Tech, but I didn't talk about the fun stuff. So we actually blow stuff up here at New Mexico Tech. So you see that M Mountain behind me in my background, that's our explosive research facility. So if you've ever watched Mythbusters or anything like that, they actually filmed on our campus. So if you come to campus to visit, don't be scared if you hear a big boom or feel a rattle. We're probably just blowing up some school buses or something like that. So definitely come visit to learn more about all of our exciting research that we do here at New Mexico Tech.
Thank you. Highlands.
Yes, so one thing we didn't get to really mention is we are actually one of the only universities that has a wrestling program too. So we do get a lot of students from the that want to wrestle here. And then too, we have a new service here called, it's a recreational outdoors facility. And it's really cool because it takes students out and they're able to go skiing and snowboarding, and they get to hike all over Las Vegas as well as within New Mexico, and it's completely free. And we also have a state lake here, so they're able to get out there too. And it's completely free to our students here too. So that's something that we really like to mention to students and let students know that that's something that they are able to do here as well.
Great, thank you. Western New Mexico.
One of the things that I really wanted to talk about was just the student diversity here at Western New Mexico University. Even though we're a small group of 3,000 students, we like to say that we're a big family. And we have over 18 countries representing our student body. We have students mostly coming from Arizona, from Colorado, from Texas. But again, we have a very diverse body and very rich body. So if that's something you're looking for, come and join the Mustang Pack here. If you are a little bit different, that's what we like. So come and join us.
Hey, thank you. And this was a very efficient panel, so we have time for one more quick question. Easy one. What's one piece of advice you have for a student going through the college search process? So start back with Central New Mexico.
Yes, so one of a piece of advice that I would say is to explore and to do not limit yourself. So if do not say, I can't go to that university for whatever reason, or I cannot go to that college for whatever reason. Explore, be open, and try to get as much information as possible from all the different options that you have. And you'll be able to see once you get to the university that it's going to be for you, or the college, you're going to feel it. So just keep on exploring and you'll find the right one for you.
Great. University of New Mexico.
I would definitely encourage students to start looking early on into scholarship opportunities. That way, by the time they get into their senior year, they're pretty ready and set in stone with scholarships. If you are in your senior year and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't find a scholarship, don't worry, there's still scholarship opportunities out there. So just do a little bit of research and you'll be able to find those, and stay in touch with your admissions counselor. That way they can help you find some of those scholarship opportunities.
Yes, very good advice. St. John's.
So I think my favorite bit of advice is really for students who are going to maybe start working on your application essays over the summer, but it's to read the prompt and then read the prompt again, and then write your essay and read the essay, then read the prompt. Just make sure that you're answering the prompt. Not all schools care a whole lot, but some schools do, and it's best to just make sure that you are answering the question asked of you.
Definitely. New Mexico Tech.
My piece of advice would be to visit campus. Most of our campuses are open. If they're not, I would highly recommend to take a virtual tour of some type. You really don't know if that school is going to be the best fit until you're on that campus and get to know professors and students. So I would highly recommend to do some research Go check out every school that you're interested in to find the school that's going to be the best for you.
Definitely. Highlands.
I definitely always tell students to just always ask questions. No, there's not a dumb question out there, not a question, that you shouldn't ask. So I always tell students, like, ask the craziest questions, all the questions. That way you're able to get the most information.
Great, thank you. And Western New Mexico.
My piece of advice would be to just have an open mind. College is going to be a new experience, and I think that there's a lot of nervousness around that. Just know that we are here for you, but definitely be open to the idea of traveling beyond just your state or beyond the borders. We all provide great opportunities for you here in New Mexico, and I think it'll be something that's very diverse, and you won't find anything like this elsewhere. So definitely keep your mind open to this stuff.
Thank you, Western, and thank you again to all of our panelists for your great presentations and additional insights. If I could give one piece of advice to students, don't hesitate to reach out to all these admission officers. I'm sure they'd be more than happy to talk to you, answer your questions, and help you explore your different options. We also definitely want to thank all of our attendees for joining us. Before we do close this session, just a few quick housekeeping items. When you close this window, you will receive a very quick 4-question survey that we ask you complete. There is one other block of sessions this evening, as well as sessions next week. So if you haven't signed up for those yet, please do so. And about 1 week from today, a recording of this session will be available on that same registration website. But thank you again to everybody for joining us, and good luck in your college search. Have a great day.